President Cyril Ramaphosa has strongly rejected claims by the US President Donald Trump that South Africa is failing to address alleged genocide against white farmers, describing such assertions as deliberate misinformation aimed at sowing fear and division. Speaking during the Day of Reconciliation commemorations in KwaZulu-Natal on Tuesday, Ramaphosa used his keynote address to defend South Africa's democratic project and social cohesion, while cautioning against narratives that misrepresent the country's realities. Addressing the gathering at the Ngome Museum in the Ngqoto local municipality, Umzinyathi district, Ramaphosa said there were individuals, both inside and outside South Africa, who were intent on portraying a distorted image of the nation, and said, fellow South Africans, there are those inside and outside our country who are trying their utmost to paint a false picture of us as the South African people. The event was attended by KwaZulu-Natal Premier Tamintulu and Minister of Sports, Arts and Culture, Gayton McKenzie. Ramaphosa said the Day of Reconciliation provided an important moment for honest introspection about South Africa's painful past, while reaffirming a shared commitment to building a peaceful and inclusive future. His remarks followed renewed tensions with the United States, sparked by comments made by Trump on his social media platform, Truth Social, in which the president accused the South African government of ignoring what he termed horrific human rights abuses against Afrikaners and other descendants of European settlers. Trump claimed that white South Africans were being killed and that their farms were being confiscated, further alleging that international media were complicit in ignoring what he described as a genocide. He also said South Africa will not be invited to the 2026 G20 summit in Miami, asserting that the country had refused to hand over the G20 presidency to a senior US embassy official. Ramaphosa dismissed these claims, saying they ignored both facts and lived realities within the country, and said our democracy was built on reconciliation. South Africans bear the scars of centuries of dispossession and oppression, where resistance was often met with batons and bullets. He added that critics rarely acknowledge positive indicators about the country's social progress, and that they do not tell us what the surveys say, that the majority of South Africans are hopeful about the state of our democracy. They do not tell us that the majority of South Africans believe race relations have improved since 1994. He pointed to everyday examples of social integration, saying detractors ignored images of children from different racial backgrounds learning and playing together, as well as friendships and acts of kindness across racial lines. So they do not want to talk about young Afrikaners in Vault squads dancing to amapiano, or white teenagers speaking fluent isiZulu with their friends. Ramaphosa also criticized the failure to acknowledge progress in land reform, including successful land restitution projects and the growth of black farmers, and said instead they are painting a false picture designed to sow fear and hatred. We must not let them succeed, urging South Africans to remain united in the face of divisive narratives. The president acknowledged that South Africa remained a diverse society with differing views, cultures, and histories, but said these differences should be confronted openly rather than suppressed, and said we must speak about them and continue to work to bridge them, adding that true reconciliation will remain elusive as long as poverty and inequality continued to define the lives of majority of black South Africans, and that for as long as inequality persists, our country will not find true reconciliation.
Children have no hatred in their hearts. They want to work together. They are already learning together in the various schools that the government has created opportunities for them not only to play together, but to learn together. This is what is not being told about our country. Some say there is a genocide that is underway in our country, and they should have come here to see Professor Karel Boshoff bravely standing here, saying that he recognizes the various people who are here. Professor Karel Boshoff's presence here talks to the absence of genocide. If there was genocide, he would not have come here. They want those people who are spreading lies about our country, do not want to talk about the friendships, the neighborliness, and the kindness that is shown by black and white people in our country towards each other.
That's a take on this one, people. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more news.